Joining me now, Texas Congressman and House Financial Services Committee member Roger Williams. Congressman, great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Let's go ahead and start on this stimulus news that the White House may potentially be considering breaking the stimulus that it wanted to do into two. $1.9 trillion was very aggressive, and there's a lot of pushback on that. So do you see this maybe as an opportunity to push a skinny bill through, get some more relief to Americans, and then try to do something else later? Or maybe it's a more conservative approach, saying, let's start with a skinny bill, see if that's enough to get us through, because remember, at the end of this, somebody's got to pay for it, right?
No question about it. And of course, I'm one of those that worries about the debt. But, you know, we need to see where it's going. I mean, this first approach where it's not targeted or anything has been a real problem for people like me. We need to see who's going to get it, how we're going to get it, how we're going to pay for it. If it's targeted, we've got a history. I mean, with the PPP program, it did work pretty good. I mean, I'm a business owner, and it did work. And small businesses that got the money were able to give return on investment, as I say, back to the taxpayers. So let's see where it's going, rather than just a blanket number of firing money out to people and then talking about extended unemployment benefits and this thing, and basically, in many cases, paying people not to work.
I know the previous administration scrambled to get PPP to a lot of folks, but there were some problems there, maybe some companies getting it that shouldn't have. I reported yesterday on fraud with the unemployment insurance payments. It's happening in California. It's happening in states across the board. Hacking, where literally billions of dollars of this money has gone to people who are not supposed to have it. So when you think about numbers like $1.9 trillion and more money just coming out of the system, and you also think about the taxpayers who are paying for this and paying into it, and it's not going where it's supposed to go, there's a lot of frustration out there as well.
A lot of frustration, and the truth of the matter is we know the 1.9 million is basically funny money, and you know, we need to target it, and it needs to go to small businesses that will hire people, put people to work, to create more jobs, get people off unemployment so they get a paycheck. And that's the concern with Main Street, is that we're going to pay people not to work. We're going to ask to increase the minimum wage, which, for example, is a total job destroyer on Main Street America. We need to cut taxes. We saw if we cut taxes, what we do, we can create more jobs than people, and then you don't need a minimum wage, because then businesses like mine and others will bid for the worker and raise income, and that's what it should be about.
Yeah, and it's interesting because those Democratic lawmakers reintroducing that bill that would raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2025. The Democrats are considering using budget reconciliation to bypass a potential Republican filibuster to pass this bill. We've already got $15 minimum wage in some states across the country, and it is really tough on businesses.
We shouldn't even have a minimum wage. We shouldn't be talking minimum wage. We should be talking opportunity. And I get back to a very simple fact. Tax cuts with businesses work. It creates more cash flow in the business. It creates more growth, and you begin to bid for businesses. In my business alone, we have found that we have paid more for people to do a certain job than before, because we need the workers. That's what it should be about. We should not be talking minimums in America.
And there's so much to get to, but I do want to touch on this. A federal judge in Texas barring the U.S. government from enforcing President Biden's 100-day deportation ban, a major blow to the administration's immigration agenda. Last night, Maria spoke with Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton on why it's important to stop the efforts to halt deportations.
Now going forward, it looks like we're going to have open borders. You're not going to get deported. It's an open invitation to come to our state and then, move across America. That's a great cost to Texans in so many ways. One, we have health risks now. We have COVID issues that we don't know whether these people have COVID. We also have safety issues related to crime and human trafficking and drugs. And then the cost to my citizens of education, healthcare, transportation, law enforcement, all put on us and with no help from the federal government.
Congressman, your thoughts on this and possible executive orders coming on Friday?
Well, he's exactly right. I mean, we found here in Texas that, for example, the wall does work. And we want people coming to America. We want them to realize the American dream. The other side's proposing a scheme right now. And to just reward people to come across and get in front of people that have been trying to do it the right way from a citizenship standpoint is just wrong. And, you know, we got 10 million people looking for jobs right now here in America. Why would we want to bring more people over here that would take those jobs and drag the economy down even more? But the bottom line is we're rewarding illegal behavior. That is not what we do in America. We reward opportunity. We give people a chance to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And he's exactly right. And the idea of stopping on building the wall, which has worked, we've seen it.
Yeah.
I've been on the border many times. Is certainly a bad decision.
Congressman Williams, thank you so much for your time this morning. Great to see you.
Thank you.